Hi, my name's Ian Norman. I'm the firm's National Technology Director, and I've been with the firm 23 years. Crowe UK is a leading audit, tax, advisory and risk firm with a national presence to complement our international reach. Crowe have offices in London, Reading, Kent, the Midlands, Cheltenham and Manchester, and we have just over 1,000 employees and partners. Crowe use documents throughout the organisation in just about every process that we have, and having a national central resource is seen as critical for all of us. Prior to using the mFile system, we used traditional file shares with complex security managed by our national technology function. We decided quite some time ago that using file shares was not a particularly sophisticated thing to do. So moving away from file shares and utilising the inherent sophistication of a document management system was seen as an important key element in the firm's overall digital transformation initiative. Centralisation of documents is seen by the firm as being much more efficient, cost-effective, and above all, more collaborative. Sharing documents nationally for the firm was painful and involved either emailing or changing file share access, in other words, highly inefficient. Crowe had a core team of 3 people for the project, which expanded to 6 as the project increased in momentum. mFiles was one of 6 solutions, including our in-house SharePoint. It was selected in our final runoff. The firm used a tried and tested spec and select process, i.e. Specification, beauty parade, functionality, assessment, and of course cost. We'd not used mFiles before, but we liked what we saw in our initial evaluations. With regard to overall functionality, most systems do pretty much the same thing. Similar functionality, just packaged and badged in a different way. But important to us was a system that had full integration with workflow functionality. And we were not really convinced that a lot of the other competitors that mFiles came up against had a truly integrated workflow. To us, the mFiles application has a simple and easy to use and understand interface, fully integrated workflow, as well as mFiles as a firm being very easy to deal with. Our implementation took place in August 2020, right during the pandemic. mFiles were able to adapt with us and roll out a fully functioning system under lockdown conditions to more than 1,000 people. This underlined what we felt is a modern, flexible approach to client-supplier interaction. There are many elements to Crowe's overall digital transformation initiative. mFiles ticks a number of boxes, namely, but sort of not limited to, national collaboration with all our documentation, documentation stored and tagged by client and job, integration with the firm's practice management system, i.e. client and job data automatically updated from our practice management system, easy to use and develop workflow system, and of course, fully cloud-based. All relevant documents for Crowe are now stored in mFiles, irrespective of whether they were created in mFiles or not. Security is much simpler to manage, but much more flexible and transparent. And security can be way of an office, department, client, job, or document level. A great deal of flexibility for us. The firm now has a number of workflows growing on a monthly basis, managing such things as incoming post, corporate tax work, as well as general sign-off of day-to-day documentation. For Crowe, the primary business issue that mFiles has solved is that the lack of collaboration across offices and functions is now a thing of the past. We feel we have full collaboration. mFiles has been an important tool in overall solving this problem. mFiles for Crowe is now viewed as the go-to application or solution for document storage and workflow management. Considering we've only had the full application since August, we now have over 250,000 of new documents in our mFiles vaults. For some in our firm, the move from a traditional file storage system to a sophisticated document management system would have been tough. However, mFiles has views functionality, a more traditional file retrieval process over the sophisticated search engines included in mFiles. Change management is very important, and we take it very seriously in all of our projects. We had for this project a number of workshops which included all areas of the business. This enabled us to build a system which was suitable for the business rather than a system that was just enforced on our user base. We identified mFiles champions and developed a comprehensive cloud-based library of training videos which were available 24/7 that anybody could use prior to the launch. Crowe as an organisation are really quite into project management, and we do use Prince2 as a standard within the firm. So for this project, as with other projects, we have proper internal project management that interfaced with the mFiles project team, as well as well-attended and managed project steering group with a clearly defined project sponsor. During our implementation of mFiles, we carefully monitored the project from start to finish. We had a post-implementation review and concluded that actually this is one of the projects where there was very little, if anything, that we would have done differently. As part of the mFiles implementation, we've implemented an enhancement workflow in mFiles, so any of our users can request any change to the system. As we've only had the system for 6 months, there have been very few, and the enhancement requests have been very small and easy for us to deal with in-house. We haven't had the usual requests for speeding the system up or totally changing the processes. As I said before, they've all been very, very small. The next stage in our journey with mFiles will be more workflows, using mFiles for our technology help desk system, which is currently on SharePoint, but we're going to use the workflow system within mFiles to develop a new system from scratch. And then there'll be a great deal of further integration with other core strategic systems. I believe that Crowe made the right choice with mFiles, and we see this as a long-term partnership for Crowe and mFiles going forward. These were normal people that we could interact with on a day-to-day basis. They were always accessible, friendly, and helpful. I wish all of our projects had been like this.